I'm joined here today by Karen with Communities in Bloom. Karen, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for allowing us to share about Communities in Bloom in Alberta.
So what's the main goal of the Communities in Bloom program?
Okay, well, when people first think of Communities in Bloom, they often think that Communities in Bloom is about beautification. It's all about flowers. And actually, the main goal of Communities in Bloom is really community development. We want to provide a way or a tool that people in a community can experience a greater quality of life and a greater feeling of satisfaction and a greater sense of pride in their community and get to know others and feel connected. So, Communities in Bloom is one of those tools that allows that to happen in a community. Certainly, there are other benefits to that. I mean, it definitely fosters a greater civic pride overall. It also fosters a sense of environmental responsibility. And it does things like it raises real estate prices as well in the communities that are looking really, really good, and lowers crime. So there's a whole bunch of different spin-off benefits. But the primary one, I think the driving force and the reason why we do what we do is for that community development aspect.
Have you kind of seen the effect on communities that this program has?
Yes, you can really see that. And the way you see that is by going into the communities themselves. So I was telling some people recently that I was driving, I had to go to a location in northeastern Alberta, for example, and I was just driving up that way on another piece of business. And I stopped by some of the different small towns along the way. And you can definitely tell which communities are Communities in Bloom and which aren't. The ones with Communities in Bloom, they just have more shine to them, I guess. They have floral displays. The buildings are painted up. They just care so much more about their main street, for example. They just have that extra little edge that the other communities don't. And especially this year and the past few years, we've gone through COVID where municipalities are facing a lot of cuts in their municipal budgets. And even those communities where Communities in Bloom is no longer active, you can still see the residual impact that they've had on the community.
I know some communities around here like Cold Lake and Wainwright are already nominated for this year, but for next year, how do communities go about getting involved?
So our program year starts every January 1st. So January 1st on our website, if communities are interested in getting involved, they can go straight to our Communities in Bloom Alberta website. There's a registration form. They fill it out and decide which category they want to be in and get registered. The next major step for them is to get their local committees operational and get those up and running. So they can set some goals for the spring and decide what kind of projects they want to work on and what they want to show the judges when the judges come to their community. And then throughout the course of the summer is when we do our judging in July and August. And then in September and October, we get those reports back from the judges. We compile them, we assign scores. And then this year on October 1st in Bruderheim, we're having our provincial awards event. And that's where we announce the winners and we invite our sponsor, Fortis Alberta, will be coming out and they'll be helping hand out those awards to the winning communities.
Thanks so much for joining me today, Karen. Have a wonderful rest of your day.